What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? It's Gabriel's Take. I'm Gabriel.
Ron.
And we got a full slate of topics for you guys today. We're going to talk about in debate. And we're going to jump right into it. We starting off today with this Amber Rose, Kim Kardashian beef. The battle of the best butts in the industry. I mean...
Yeah. So, I'm going to tee this one up. Basically, as everybody knows, there's this beef between Amber Rose now and basically the whole Kardashian family, but mainly Khloe. So if you don't know, a little background here, Amber Rose had a radio interview that aired earlier this week.
Breakfast Club plug, what's up?
Yeah. In which she mentioned the relationship between Tyga and Kylie Jenner, who is...
Bruh, what is she's 17?
17.
Bruh.
It's not a good look.
She cold, though. I wouldn't mess with it. I'm good.
Those are his words. The views expressed in this podcast by this man are only for this man.
She is 17. I do not condone. She's not grown. So
yeah, we're gonna move this along. So basically, Amber Rose went on to say that she thought it was trifling, basically, that the 25-year-old man will be in a relationship with a 17-year-old.
And cool, though.
Yeah, sure. So Khloe came to the defense of her sister, I guess, on Twitter and basically said, my point was proven. She can't even wait 10 minutes before mentioning one of our names. So, as you would imagine, Amber didn't take this lightly. She didn't appreciate this.
She's from Philly.
Yes, she is from Philly. So, she went right back at Khloe. So, there was this stream of tweets going back and forth. You know, Amber's adding Khloe. Khloe's not really adding her.
You can't fight on Twitter, man.
Kind of like the little sub tweet. You know, if you mad, you gotta at me, right?
Yeah, you gotta at
me.
At me, bro.
Right. So basically, the culmination of this was Amber posting a meme. Let me pull it up here real quick.
Snap.
A meme here with
what could he possibly say in this? Like
a picture with a smiling Kanye West that says, "When your sisters-in-law call out your ex for being a stripper, but your wife has a sex tape."
A great sex tape, by the way.
I have not seen this. I cannot confirm or deny.
I definitely seen it numerous times. Kim, you did your thing. I'm down for a sequel if you're trying to do it. Let me know. I'm just saying.
So basically, Amber's point was, all right, you can call me out for being a stripper. You basically try to paint me as being a whore.
Yeah.
But your sister has a sex tape. So, as my grandma would say, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. How can the pot call the kettle black? Can you explain to me, first off, whose side you're on, and do you think that this was something to really go in about? Because this went nuclear.
One, I'm on Amber Rose's side because I think she's the best looking, and she has the way better natural body, in my opinion. And two, it shouldn't have went nuclear at all because, I mean, the Kardashians can't speak for nothing. They got famous off one sister doing playing the skin flute. And, I mean, let's be real, like, Amber got famous, for doing the same thing that Kim's husband, but, you know what I mean? It's stupid, man.
Yeah,
but
I mean...
I'm like with Saudi on that, though, because my girl Amber got curved by James Harden on the All-Star weekend because Tahiri had put out a pic like, I'm with my bae. Amber was Charlamagne the God off, Breakfast Club was like, so Amber, who you messing with on All-Star Weekend? James Harden? You gonna give him the box? She did not confirm nor deny, so I'm thinking James Harden getting the box. She was not getting the D at all.
Wow.
He gave it to Tahiri. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good choice to have between them two. And Tahiri's old, but if she can get...
Who would you have picked?
Oh, Amber Rose all day. Oh, yeah. That Philly accent, she can get it. That Philly accent, she can get it. But speaking of James Harden...
He called it the Battle of the Butts earlier. Now he's talking about Philly accent.
Speaking of James Harden, we about to jump right into it. MVP race. Harden versus Steph Curry. Who you got?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you got it.
I got James Harden. I think that James Harden right now is... What he's doing for his team, it reminds me of LeBron the first time around in Cleveland. Whereas... Yeah, he's got a few players. He's got some guys that can do some things, but he is the conductor of that team.
He's got Dwight Howard. LeBron James never had a center like that.
Dwight Howard's out. 2015 Dwight Howard is not the Dwight Howard that Houston thought he was.
He's still injured. I think he's still recovering from that back. I don't care what you say. That back issue was a problem, but he's got a better team than LeBron ever had. In my opinion, I mean,
he's got better pieces than LeBron had the first time around. But I'm just saying, as far as you look at the total game that he's putting together, because he's got to run the offense.
Yeah,
he's got to score the ball. His defense is actually much better this season.
Come on, man. I watched that 10-minute highlight non-defense on YouTube. Watch it. Go on YouTube after you watch this and go and watch James Harden defensive highlights. The man plays defense with his back. Come on, man.
I mean, that was last year.
It's certain times during the season, during the season where you see him. He's in no man's land out there on defense.
That's true.
MVPs don't play like that.
That's true. But I mean, you look at it like this: Dwight Howard's been injured at least half the season. I want to say
he's been out a lot.
And they, I believe, are still in the top 4 in the West.
Yeah.
So I think that's really my case. He's leading the league in scoring. He's a great passer.
Very efficient scorer. I give him that. The man can score. He can give you 30 on 12 shots.
Yeah.
11 shots, 15 shots. Like it's outrageous how well he scores the ball.
So you make my case.
I'm doing that to show you why I'm Steph Curry's winning MVP.
Okay.
He's half of the Splash Brothers. That's why he's winning MVP. And the man shoot the lights out. He's become a better ball handler. He's increased that in the last 3-4 years. Become a way better ball handler.
His handle is nasty.
He's become a better passer and better facilitator on the team.
Yeah, he's got great court vision.
And he's doing all the things besides scoring that his team needs. I feel like if he's on that team, they're not what? Number 1 in the West at all.
I mean, yeah, that's
they're 42-9 right now.
Yeah, I mean,
his defensive player rating is the highest. It's one of the highest in the league. And you can say it's not based on him by himself as a team, but he doesn't get that without playing some sort of good defense on top guards. Yeah. The league is guard heavy.
Yeah, and people want to pick apart defense. Defense is more about your team's defense, right? If you're a good team, you don't have to be everybody. Don't have to be Tony Allen. You just got to be basically in the right place at the right time, and not be a what do you call those things? A turnstile. You know what I'm saying? Letting your man get by you, or whatever. So he's definitely a decent defensive player.
My take is you give it to Steph Curry because I feel like they're going to be there at the end of the year, and Houston Rockets getting bounced in the first round again.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to argue with you too much because me being a light-skinned man, I would love to see another light-skinned guy win the MVP. I mean, let's be honest. There aren't a lot of light-skinned guys out here winning MVP trophies. I can't remember the last light-skinned guy to win the MVP.
It was Derrick Rose.
And we were very happy.
I mean, before that, y'all had Steve Nash before that.
I don't think he really counts.
Okay, he's Canadian, but he ain't white.
I think he is. Well, what is he then? He's not black.
He's not white. I don't care what you say. That's my opinion on it. I'm going with Steph because I feel like he's a total package. Don't get me wrong. Harden is good. But this year, right now, this Golden State team, without him, they're nothing. Without Harden, they're nothing. But without Curry, they drop. They're not first in the West.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, that goes
and they have Harden. They're only 4th in the West. So,
Steph's got a better team. Klay Thompson's having a career year. Draymond Green and the contract years playing out of his mind.
He's playing bananas.
Harrison Barnes playing great. They got a great sporting cast.
So
it's gonna be a great race. We'll see. We got about 30 games left.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. So we're gonna jump into who you think will have a better career, James Harden, or Harden or Kobe. Kobe's all at the end of the last leg of his career. He's had a great, crazy career. But do you think James Harden's going to have if not the same or better career?
Yeah, so this is something that was interesting to me because you look at what James Harden is doing, and he's only 25, I believe. Yeah, and like I was saying, the way he impacts the game in so many different areas, it kind of reminds me of LeBron first time around, where this guy, he's got his hand in everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
he picks stuff apart.
I kind of wanted to go to the numbers on this because I kind of wanted to get it, statistically correct. So I'm looking at James Harden this season, who possibly, like we just said, could win the MVP. So he's 25 years old.
Yeah.
He's shooting 45% from the field.
Wow,
38% from three.
That's incredible.
87% from the line. He's averaging 27.4 points per game. He's leading the league in scoring, obviously. He's averaging 6.8 assists and 5.7 rebounds. So basically, he's 27, 7.
But do you believe he's going to have a better career than Kobe? Well, I don't agree.
See, that's just the beginning of my argument. So James Harden, 25 years old, he's 27, 7, and 6 on 45% from the field and 38% from three. Kobe. Now let's look at we got here Kobe at 25, right?
Yeah.
Kobe at 25 was 24 points per game.
Yeah. Did he have Kobe that year?
6 assists.
LeBron? Shaq?
And 7 rebounds.
Was that 2002?
So no, I'm looking. Okay, so Kobe was 25, 5-5 basically at 25 years old. So obviously Kobe has the rings, right? That's the best case. That's the best case for Kobe. But I'm looking at them as an individual player. I think that James Harden has the skill set. I think James Harden has skills at 25 Kobe didn't have, and I think that his career arc could end up being higher than Kobe's.
Did you hear what you just said?
Yes.
You said James Harden has, at this point in time, more skills or more tools in his toolbox?
25-year-old James Harden is more skilled and polished than 25-year-old Kobe.
Did you not watch the interview on Kobe the other day?
I did.
Did you not watch that?
I did.
Did you see Kobe in the gym? Did you not see him?
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym?
I mean, come on. That man, Kobe. Listen, Kobe came to the league at 17 years old, okay? Up until he was 25, his numbers increased pretty much every year, and they won their first championship in 2000. Yeah, he had Shaq, but that man had all the skill. At that point in time, what did he need to work on? He didn't really have a big post game. He was still streaky from three. He was mainly a slasher, get to the basket, dunk on you type player. It took him. James Harden, okay, yeah, he's got the mid range. He's definitely a better shooter. He's definitely a better shooter. Better passer, but he ain't got. Come on.
He don't have the rings. That's it. That's the only thing he doesn't have. He's a much better shooter. I'm looking right here. Kobe at 25. Kobe shot 43% from 2 and 32% from 3. And we just said James Harden's 45% from 2 and 38% from 3.
Kobe was a
so he's a better shooter.
Okay,
at that age.
That's it.
He's a better passer. I think he affects the game.
But Kobe had that. He had that X factor, man. It was something about him.
That's true.
You watch Harden. Harden at moments has that killer instinct. You see, he's getting to the rack. He got the Euro step. He getting foul calls. But that last year in the playoffs, when they lost to Portland, where was your boy? Where was he at? That's not 25-year-old Kobe not letting that happen.
I mean,
25-year-old Kobe ain't letting video game Dame come down and hit that shot.
I mean, that's video game Dame. That's what he does.
Man, he needs to sit down somewhere.
You know about that 2K work. You know about that 2K work.
Take several seats, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, I feel like they're similar, but I don't think Harden will have a better career, man. Until he can get out the second round and make it to the NBA Finals. Like, Harden, you got to do something, man. Getting to the second round and losing to Portland, OKC, go to whatever. It ain't Dwight or not, man. You got to show me something. Because Kobe didn't let that stuff happen. Kobe had bad teams after them championship years.
Yeah, after Shaq left, yeah.
He had horrible teams, and he still got it done.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that I'm looking at Harden now, and I think that with his skill set, I can see James Harden going down as one of the 2 or 3 best shooting guards all time.
Kobe.
Which, I mean, right now, Kobe is second best shooting guard all time, right?
Behind who?
Jordan.
Okay, you got Jordan, Kobe, D-Wade, and then maybe Harden. I put Harden at 5. Oscar Robertson, where he played the 3 or 2.
He played. I don't even know. I've
never
seen Oscar play basketball.
He averaged a triple double. He top 5, right? He's great. He's a 50 greatest player of all time.
Yes. I don't know what he has to do with James Harden, but okay.
All right, man. Stay in the West. We're going to go to the Phoenix Suns right now, and they're in a little turmoil. They're trying to figure out if they want to keep Goran Dragic or keep Isaiah Thomas. Now, my take on it is they need to get rid of Isaiah Thomas. I'm a fan of the little lefty, but I really feel like Dragic, when his last couple years when Bledsoe was out, that was his team. Even before Bledsoe got there, that was his team. And I feel like you can't throw him under the bus. You can't get rid of him just because you have a guy who's playing well now when Dragic was the reason that y'all got to this level anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think that obviously, I think it's kind of obvious the better move would be to trade Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
As long as you are convinced that Dragic will stay, right? Because Isaiah Thomas, you're not going to get to the promised land with a 5'8" point guard. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
But okay, I ask you this: do you feel like Dragic will stay once they get rid of Isaiah Thomas as a show of good faith from the Phoenix Suns?
From what I'm reading and all the stuff out there, it kind of seems like because basically Dragic liked the situation the way it was last year.
Yes.
It's like you got what's working. Stick with what's working. Dance with the girl you brought to the party.
Yeah, don't get mad at her because she
don't be out here, pulling other chicks and got your girl standing on the sideline.
Hey, you don't bring sand to the beach, but if you sand is better, yeah, you bring it. But I mean, hey, that's what you do. I feel like they should keep Dragic because, like you said, he got you there. He's 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
He can shoot the lights out when he's hot.
Yeah.
He's a great mid-range player. He
was arguably an all-star last year. He was arguably an all-star last year. He didn't make it, but I'm saying there was a case for him to be an all-star.
There was a case because his team was playing well. I really wish they'd made the playoffs last year. They did not because the West is so tough down there, even in that 6, 7, 8 range. But
maybe Isaiah Thomas is a chemistry killer. Think about the two teams he's been on. It's like
Sacramento.
There was just been so much unrest. Yeah, basically, the word in Sacramento basically was DeMarcus Cousins was like, I don't like this guy. He shoots too much. Get him out of here. So now he's in Phoenix, and Goran Dragic is basically saying the same thing. I mean, he's throwing the chemistry off.
But when you think about it like this, though, Isaiah Thomas scores.
Yeah.
Is he inefficient? No. Does he dribble the ball a lot to score?
Yes.
Yes. But does he score? Yes. And when a man's going to rock, yeah, DeMarcus Cousins could be mad. Yeah, Dragic could be mad. But look at the overall result of the team. Just because they're winning.
Good.
But they're in the 8th seed right now?
Right now, yeah. About a game or so ahead of OKC.
It's tough. It's a tough call. If I'm the GM, I'm just gonna get rid of Thomas Dozier because Dragic is the guy you roll with before. When you bring Bledsoe in, and when Bledsoe got hurt, he's the guy you roll with. You go with the guy you roll with. You go with the guy that you paid the big money to first before you bring this guy in. Which I don't even know why they bring him in. Maybe because they thought Bledsoe wasn't staying, but I'm sticking with Dragic. That's my take on it.
I think that's a smart thing to do. I definitely think that's a smart thing to do.
All right, to stay in the West, we're going to talk about NBA playoffs. Okay, we're going to start with the first 4 teams in the West today. You got the Golden State Warriors with that 42-9 right now. Best team in basketball. They got the MVP on their team, half of the Splash Brothers. He just won a 3-point contest. I got this team played to make it to the NBA Finals, man.
That's really funny you said that because I was literally about to ask you, do you think they will be in the finals?
I have this team this year, as long as they don't see Memphis in the Western Conference Finals, which I think Memphis will lose in the second round. I think Memphis will lose in the second round.
Who?
Doesn't matter to you. They're going to play San Antonio in the first round. That's going to be a good game. The Spurs.
San Antonio don't want to see Memphis.
They don't. Well, let's just stay on Golden State right now. Golden State, they have the offensive firepower. Draymond Green is playing out of his mind. Their defense is great this year. Bogut is playing when he's healthy. When he's on the court, their bench is good because they don't have to start Lee. I like Sean Livingston off the bench. They have a lot of depth, and I think that's going to help them get to the NBA Finals.
I think that Andrew Bogut is the West Coast version of Anderson Varejao. He's great when he's playing, but you just know.
Really?
At some point or another, there's going to be a sniper in the building. He's going down, and he's going to be out for 20, 30 games. And it hasn't really happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet, but don't wish that upon them.
It's still lingering. There is a ticking time clock on that man's body.
No,
and I don't. If he goes down, as we saw last year, without him, they're just not the same team, man.
I mean,
you can't depend on that guy.
You can't depend on who, Bogut?
No, you can't. He's always hurt.
But this is the year, man. This is their year. They might have should have signed Jermaine O'Neal, old self, because Bogut get hurt.
Jermaine O'Neal and his Instagram and his bought 50,000 followers.
Maybe they should have got Amari Stoudemire. Maybe they should have went and got him.
Should have got Amari.
He signed with Dallas. Hey, if the Wombats work, keep doing them. Like I said, I wouldn't do them, but maybe they should have got Amari Stoudemire. Maybe that'll beef up their bench, their bigs off the bench. So just in case Bogut gets hurt.
Bogut's getting hurt.
I don't see him getting hurt, man. I don't see him
getting hurt every year.
It hasn't happened yet, so why don't assume it's not going to happen.
See, you know what you sound like now? You sound like that guy that got that one girl that is like really pretty and she may or may not be out of your league, and she's like, oh yeah, we're going to hang out, and then all your friends are like, bruh, she's not going to kick with you. And you're like, no, she is. She told me she was.
That happened to me.
And then eventually falls apart. That's Andrew Bogut.
No.
Okay?
And no, listen.
Guys, I'm healthy. Feeling great. I'm in shape. We're going to the finals.
Come down to Bogut. It's going to come down to the MVP.
And then the next thing you know,
Stephen Curry.
My aunt on my mom's side, 3 cousins removed.
If Stephen
is sick
Curry,
and I can't go out tonight. Sorry.
If Stephen Curry.
What happened?
Listen, we ain't talk about that. That happened to me once before, but she was a lame, and I don't care. If Stephen Curry If Stephen Curry can beat Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson cannot get hurt, in 2K he break his ankle every time somebody
plays. He's costing me multiple games with 2K getting hurt, and it's always something.
And you got to think about this: Andre Iguodala off the bench. Who's there for? Harrison Barnes off the bench. Maurice Crazy Space has been playing out of this world. He went on a stretch where he was 20 plus for like 6-7 games.
He's not gonna keep that up.
It's not about keeping it up. It's about being productive off the bench. And they have one of the best benches in basketball.
Yeah.
They have a starting 5 off their bench. Iggy's starting in the league. Harrison Barnes starting in the league. David Lee's starting in the league. Sean Livingston started for the Nets a couple seasons ago. Who else they got off the bench? I don't remember the next guy, but they have a starting 5 coming off their bench. They can run with anybody. So I feel like there's no let off other than the shooting let off. But they're better with Iguodala on the court.
Yeah.
So I don't see them losing a lot in the playoffs, but they're going to get to the NBA Finals. But
that's your pick out of the West for the NBA Finals.
Yep, you heard it here. I don't care. On to Memphis. Memphis right now is 39-14. I think they're the most underrated team in basketball right now. No one really gives them the respect they deserve. Marc Gasol is an all-star this year. He's been doing this thing for the last couple of years now. He's finally, for those knowledgeable basketball fans, you know Marc's been doing this thing for a while. But for those who don't know, Marc Gasol's good. He's here to stay. He's been here for a while. And that man Zebo is not somebody you want to see in a dark alley at night at all. He's throwing him elbows all day.
All day.
You see what he did to Ibaka and KP.
You see what he does to Blake Griffin every year.
Blake Griffin's a sissy. He has an elbow.
Back up off my light skinned brother, man.
First of all, he ain't light skinned.
What is
he's
he?
like red. Like he's you saw him when he was at Oklahoma. He's like red. But they got San Antonio in the first round. That's gonna be a good game. Seven game series.
We just got your pick for the West Finals to come out of the West, and here's mine. I got Memphis. I don't think they really have a weakness. I think that they
can't score.
What do you mean they can't score?
They can't score the rock.
They do score the rock.
They slow down the
every
game.
person every starter can score. Everybody has a skill. Everybody brings something to the table.
It's a grind game. They can't. The only way they win is if they stop.
But that's defense. Playoff basketball. Playoff basketball is a grind. Playoff basketball is a half-court game.
It is a half-court game.
Playoff basketball is slow it down, throw it inside.
Man, we can't.
Can you get multiple stops?
Watch them in the finals, man. Them and the Hawks. Come on, really?
I don't want to see the Hawks.
You can't see that. Who gonna watch that game? I'd rather watch Mr. Rogers than watch them play in the finals. Come on, man.
It's kind of weird. I don't ever watch Mr. Rogers. I don't think I've ever seen Mr. Rogers. He
had the train coming. Listen, man, Memphis.
Was he a pedophile?
Memphis got a good.
Was he out getting his Tiger off?
Memphis has a great point guard in Mike Conley.
Was he the first Tiger?
They're two guards.
Was he a 70-year-old Tiger?
He might have been a 70-year-old Tiger. I mean, but then he's the white version of Tiger. But his sweater's wrong point.
Cardigan game was mean.
Man, dude, I didn't want to beat him. I didn't want to beat him, but his Cardigan was on point. But I like the pickup with Jeff Green. That was huge.
Great pickup. They have no weakness in their starting lineup.
Courtney Lee is definitely a weakness.
Courtney Lee is
off the bench.
He's an average shooting guard. And then you come off the bench with a defensive stopper in Tony Allen. You come off the bench with old man Vince Carter, who's still out here doing his thing. You come off the bench with Costa Koufis. And Memphis knows who they are. They've been in these battles before. They've been to the Western Conference Finals. They've been on the cusp. This is an older team. I think they're proud to make that run. I think they make the next
last
step.
year. If they don't make it this year, then they're going to blow that team up.
I mean, they've got some interesting decisions to make. You know, Mark is going to be a free agent after the season.
Yeah.
Zebo's getting older rather. You know, is Vince Carter going to come back? You know, they got some interesting seasons. But I think this is the year that it all comes together for them.
Hopefully. All right, next we're going to Portland. Portland right now is 36-17. I really didn't know they was 3 at the moment, but
he knows about Portland.
Video Game Dame was an all-star this year. LaMarcus Aldridge was all-star, so they got 2 all-stars in the squad. Do I see them beating the Clippers? Oh, yes, I do.
I don't like the Clippers.
In 6.
Yeah, we don't like the Clippers.
In 6, I hate the Clippers. Chris Paul can take Cliff, and they can go jump off a cliff.
And his Argyle
sweaters. And no one cares about they sweat. We can burn them in a pit. I like Portland in that series. I feel like they have the length and the better team. Wesley Matthews and Nicholas Batum are playing really great right now. Who's their 5?
Well, it's Robin Lopez when he's healthy.
And Robin Lopez healthy is a really good player. Robin Lopez is a good player when he's healthy and he can stay on the court and he plays within himself. It doesn't try and do too much. I like that. Like I said, I got him at 6.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can see Portland winning a round. I can't see them really winning 2 because
not at all.
as a lot of people like to say, they are a jump shooting team, right? They don't get easy baskets. LA in the post, he's a beast. Arguably might be the toughest dude to defend at that 4 spot because of his length. He can take you inside. Yeah. He can shoot outside. He can do everything.
Has an array of moves.
But at the end of the day,
he carry you? Because we've seen Dame struggle. Can LA carry?
Right.
If LaMarcus Aldridge can carry you when Dame is struggling, when Nicholas is not hitting, because when Wesley Matthews is not hitting, he's used the X factor. Yeah. If he can be an X factor and hit them open threes, they have a chance. But if he's not hitting and Dame's having a horrible game, can LA carry you defensively and offensively?
Yeah.
Because he can score.
Well, I think as a team, they're kind of a question mark on defense, right? We don't know if they can lock down and get stops. Look at the game they played Cleveland this year. Kyrie went off for 55.
Dame had 14 points. I was embarrassed.
You know what I'm saying? So in the West, you got to go up against Tony Parker. You got Chris Paul. You got Mike Conley.
Steph.
You got Steph Curry. You got everybody's got a great point guard. So I don't know if they can get it done defensively. But like I said, I can see that if they get the right matchup in the first round, I can see them winning a round. But I can't see them going.
I feel like the Clippers might move up, so they might not end up playing the Clippers first round. But I got if the playoffs started tomorrow, I got the Trailblazers in 6 because I just don't see Chris Paul doing it because he hasn't done it yet, and it's time for him.
Quick sidebar.
What's up?
Damian Lillard is the best rapper in the NBA. Have you heard his? He was on Sway's show, right?
I can be on Sway's show. If anyone want to hear me rap, drop a comment and I will drop. I will battle rap anybody who needs to know what I do.
Worst rapper ever.
I spit bars. I do it all day. I'm not finna go into it because it's not that day.
You hear this guy?
All right, man.
Tell me shut up.
Last team of the 4 today is the Houston Rockets. This man's guy, James Harden, 1B to Steph's 1A of the MVP race. Their records are 36-17 right now. They would match up against Dallas, and that'll be a great series. Yeah. Oh man, that'll be a great series. I don't see James Harden winning that series.
You don't think so?
No, dude. Like James Harden is great by himself.
Who's gonna guard him?
The team. It's a team effort in Dallas. They just picked up Amari. #wine baths. They got Tyson in the paint. You got Dirk, who's not guarding anybody, but Monte Ellis can lock him up.
Yeah. I guess
Monte Ellis can play D.
Yeah. Speaking that tomfoolery, we'll get more into Dallas, on the next pod because they're in the bottom 4. But on the Houston side, I think Houston is a lot like, I guess basically just every team in the West, right? It comes down to the matchups. Anybody can beat anybody on a given night. It's hard
7 times
to say that.
4 out of 7.
I don't know. I could see much like Portland. I could see Houston winning a round, but I can't see them going much further than that.
Because other than James Harden, who do you have? Beverly.
He won the skills competition.
Who is it? Trevor Ariza 3, and I'm about to give you a.
Patrick Beverly might be the ugliest dude in the league.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah.
He's more ugly than Bobby Shmurda. I mean, come on, Reggie Jackson. You are one ugly man. But then again, I really don't care what you look like because you ain't paying my bills. Unless you're trying to throw a check or something. Whatever. But I don't see the Rock. Other than James Harden, they have no one. And like Shaq always says, Dwight Howard should be averaging 28 and 15.
He's not that guy anymore.
He's never been that guy. When he was in Orlando,
that's true too.
What 20? He had a year when he had 25 and 12. He still should have been killing.
Yeah.
And he had a team that was built around him. 3-point shooters. You had open paint. He has no moves. He has a brick in his hand and throwing it at the rim.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say Dwight's past his prime.
That Mohawk's past his prime. Dwight, cut it off, bruh. You 29 years old.
Right.
Any man over the age of 25 got a Mohawk, I'm sorry, listen.
You not had the same haircut as your 10 kids. Straight up. Your kid, you should not get in the chair at the barbershop after your kid and say, give me what he got. No grown man should point at the little kid and say, give me what he got. That's dead, bro. Hey, listen. I had a Mohawk 4 years ago. I was a little dude back then. Dwight, cut it off. I hope if you're watching this, if you see this somehow, cut it off. Please, for everyone's sake, stop wearing them patterned suits that we can play checkers on. Cut the Mohawk off, bro. And when you wear a tie, get a tie clip. So when you bend over, the tie don't slap everybody in the face, bruh. Like you have a stylist. Come on, man. This is life-changing advice, though.
It is life-changing. Life-changing. But yeah, I don't see Houston, like you said, winning that second round. If they get out the first round, I think Dallas is gonna win that round, man. I got that Dallas in 6, man. Dirk gonna be Dirk. I got Dallas in 6.
I love Dirk.
But
That's what
all right, man. Hey, we want to appreciate everybody for watching today. Like I said, I'm Gabriel.
Ron Jr. 89 on Twitter.
And I'm at Gabe Hemingway on Twitter, Mr. _ Hemingway at Instagram. I had to do it. That's what they gave me. Subscribe, leave a comment, check us out. Hey, if you got anything you want to talk about, let us know. Drop us a line. We're gladly open to any things you guys want to talk about. We have a discussion. Just let us know. We love it, all of y'all. Keep watching. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the next bottom 4 teams in the West. And we got some more interesting topics. But stay tuned. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We out.